A question I get often asked is, do I regret any of my tattoos, or do I regret getting any tattoos in general? Now, this is a very, very, very good question. It's a simple question, but it's a question that I love to answer. So, as you may or may not know, I am pretty much completely covered in tattoos. I lately got 3 new tattoos, and I'm nearly finished with my left arm. Not finished with the right one yet, as I just haven't found any tattoos that I want on the right arm, so I really want to think well before I get anything. So where did it all start? Well, it's funny, and it's actually quite ironic as I say this. As a kid growing up, I used to always fear people with tattoos. I used to think people with tattoos were all criminals. Some way yes, some way no. You have certain tattoos that have an actual meaning. If you see a person with spider webs on their elbow, each thing, or like block, is the amount of years they have been in prison. Some people just get them for fun, but that's the actual meaning. Teardrop forward. 1 teardrop means you've killed someone. 2 teardrops mean you have lost someone. I don't like face tattoos in general, but hey, if that's what you like, then totally do your thing. There is an exception though. Some tattoos people can rock really, really nice, but in general, I'm not a huge fan of face tats. I do like neck tattoos. I can appreciate a neck tattoo. I am considering getting maybe a neck tattoo, but man, you see, what sucks about a neck tattoo is you can't hide it. You see, I can still hide these tattoos I've got. I don't have nothing on my hand. They're not further than my wrist, and I've done that on purpose because, well, let's say you're in a business meeting, you want to look some form of classiness, but also not everyone has to know that you got tattoos. And I'm not that type of person to make tattoos my personality, because oh my fucking god, bro, people that do that, you cringe me. Like, when you make tattoos your whole personality, you must be such a boring person to be around with, or just boring and whack in general. Anyway, so like I said, I used to think people with tattoos were criminals, right? Again, it's a stereotype, really. The reason why, because my parents used to tell me that, back in their time when they grew up as kids in the 70s, 80s, it was considered lowest of society having tattoos, right? It didn't matter how big it was, or just having tattoos anywhere. I got my first tattoo about a year ago, and before I was very skeptical, because for many, many years as a teenager, I used to really be attracted to women with tattoos, and I still am very much attracted to women with tattoos. I'm not sure if it's a fetish or a kink, but whenever I see a woman with tattoos, now bear in mind, a good looking woman, right? Not a obese, fat woman, right? I'll just be very straightforward with you. When I see a good looking, hot woman with tattoos, I love it. I don't want to say it turns me on, because that's weird, it doesn't, but it makes me happy, and it makes me think, damn, you're hot as fuck and you got tattoos? Yes. Is it weird to say, but I've always had a thing from young with women with tattoos. It does something for me. So I got my first tattoo a year ago, and let me just say, I went really fucking bad. God damn. Not to mention it was in London, so I got overcharged like a motherfucker. That tattoo was like $300 when that tattoo was max 150 maybe. But again, London prices, central London, they have to pay their rent and everything, and etc, right? So okay, and that tattoo is still on my arm till this day. I can actually show you right now. Is this, you can't even see it. You see this dagger tattoo, that one right there? That's the first one I got. Don't even ask me how much money I spent on tattoos. Way too fucking much money, to a point you can literally buy a fucking car, a second-hand car. Let's be honest here. It's not like I've got $100,000 on my body. Would I ever do that? No. I mean, there are some people that have their body completely tattooed. For me personally, I'm going to stop by the arms and the back, and maybe add something on the chest. I don't have a clue what, maybe, but I don't want to touch my legs, because I don't like leg tattoos, and I don't want leg tattoos because the fact that, well, during the summer I'm gonna be wearing short pants, and I don't want people looking at my leg and seeing a tattoo. It's I don't know. I wear really, really classy clothing in a lot of places, and being able to cover up my tattoos with a sleeve is really nice, but a leg in the summer with chinos or shorts is very difficult to cover. And I think a leg tattoo, if you get a leg tattoo, get a sleeve on the leg. That looks really, really good. You have some people that rock, patchwork on the feet and on the legs, not a fan of that. Again, I went for the patchwork sleeve because I really liked the style and I wanted something kind of different, and it's almost completed. But to answer your question, no, I do not regret them. And why I say that is because of the fact that each individual tattoo that I've got on my body and I've put on my body so far, I've thought about for a very, very good time. Do I like the tattoo? Okay, but does it fit the style that I'm going for? I don't really like it. Okay, let's just wait a couple days / weeks, maybe even months. The latest 3 tattoos I got, it took me over a half year to consider putting them on me, because I was like, alright, these are really dope. These are a potential tattoo that I can get. But let's go and look on the market for some other tattoos maybe that I may like. Maybe I like others more than these. Long story short, in the past half year, I have not been able to find any different form of tattoo that I was like, oh, this is cooler than the one I have now. I have a back piece tattoo. Dude, that concept is so fucking dope. And again, some of you may wonder, why would you get tattoos? Man, that's, it's really not a weird question. Honestly, no, I understand where people come from, because I used to think as well, why waste money on putting something on your body? Freedom. Art. It's art. You see, as someone who has tattoos, it's art for me. Some way people deal with traumas and put tattoos on their body. So for instance, a Medusa before, for instance, I keep saying bijvoorbeeld in Dutch, spijt me, ik ben een Nederlander trouwens. Medusa tattoo is one of the tattoos that I almost considered putting on this shoulder. The tattoo you see here right now. I replaced the Medusa tattoo with this one because, well, I saw this one and I fell in love with it instant. I'm like, whoa. But then I had to compare it with the Medusa and I was like, the Medusa is dope. However, it's more of a feminine tattoo due to the fact that, well, it has a meaning. It means you've been raped, or you are a survivor of sexual assault. And I was like, as much as I like the tattoo, it's a bit feminine, but also I don't want to have to explain to some people every time someone mentions the tattoo, no, I haven't been raped, I just like the tattoo. I'm like, so I was like, fuck it, I'll get this one instead, and I do not regret that choice. I think that is a very wise decision of me that I've made. Now, as you may know, I have gone for the dark route. It may not be your style, and that is completely fine. Again, it's not your body, so I don't really give a fuck. Sorry. That's what I said, bro. In the beginning, patchwork is really messy. It looks fucking awful, because you start with one tattoo, and then from there upon you have to add and add. Now, some people do sleeve patchwork close up. I did them big size, XL, medium. I did them small, and I'm super glad with them. Now, I'm not finished with it yet. I have one more session left. I haven't got a plan or clue when I'm going to plan that in, but I want to finish my left arm completely. The right arm, yeah, the right arm's gonna get done, but nothing in the inner bicep, because, well, I do go to the gym and I would like to at least see my biceps, because I can't see my fucking triceps anymore because of the tattoos. That's another thing. If you are considering getting tattoos on the biceps and triceps, do know you will not be able to see, it's called muscle deformation. Your muscles are still there, but because of a visual difference and appearance, you don't see the muscle like that you used to. It's fucking bizarre. That's why you see a lot of people only get like a half sleeve and not a full sleeve, because, well, when I'm in the gym, I want to see that pump, that big bicep, those big triceps, and well, I learned the hard way that these fuckers cover up my triceps and my bicep. You see, can't really see my bicep, but if I do this one, again, you see the difference, right? So, getting a tattoo, well, let's say it's your first time getting a tattoo. Look, my advice that I would give to you, right? You want to get a tattoo, get it at a place where it's a bit more hidden. For instance, I got it in the inner wrist, so by that I mean here, right? Like here. So it's not too noticeable. Why I say that is because you may regret your tattoo if you put it on your shoulder or this and that. And not just only that, think what type of tattoos you're gonna get, because maybe that one tattoo you put on that spot, you're like, fuck, I actually want a sleeve. What are you gonna do? You're gonna cover it up, waste your money. I have that with this tattoo. I don't hate it, but I'm like, I should have thought better about this tattoo. Now, actually, believe it or not, majority of people like this tattoo. I don't know why, bro. It's just two random fucking eyes. I don't get it, but people like it. So hey, if they like it, I like it. But no, seriously, if you get a tattoo, think about it thoroughly. If you don't like it, just be honest to your tattoo artist and say, I'm not a fan of this one, or I don't like the placement, or it's too big or it's too small. And whatever you do when you get a tattoo, think before you do anything, because once that needle is in your skin, there ain't no going back. You can't say, oh, I don't like it halfway through. Fuck no, that's gonna be with you forever. Will I ever get rid of these tattoos? Absolutely not. And the question people always ask, but what will you look like when you're old? Well, I have to first reach that age, and I'm honestly at this point not worried about that, because I'm a fine motherfucker. So I think your boy's gonna be good when he's 60. Don't even, oh good lord, don't even get me started on that age. Fuck. I actually, matter of fact, saw an old couple with tattoos a few days ago, in color. They looked wrinkled because they were old, duh. But you don't really see often old people with tattoos. Bear in mind that I say that right now. I think that may have on the airport been the first couple I'd seen in a very long time that were elderly and had tattoos. And tattoos don't have to have a meaning necessarily. Look, I got 2 tattoos which have actual meanings. I lost a very, very good friend of mine a long time ago on a motorcycle accident. Actually, the year before I lost him, I lost my granddaddy. So in honor of my granddaddy, I got his birth date of birth. So you can get tattoos with meanings, but if you're like me, you like a tattoo, go for it. Don't listen to other people. Oh, but a tattoo needs to have a meaning. Who the fuck told you that? Get the fuck out of here, man. Let me do me. And dude, I get this on a daily. People message me, say, man, you're gonna regret these tattoos. You have to stop. It's an addiction. I said, fuck yeah, it is an addiction, bro. And I love it. It's like you give a crackhead some crack. They're gonna smoke it up every time and enjoy it. Well, I mean, it's true. Look, tattooing for me is it's relaxing. It's peaceful. It is. It sounds weird, but like a lot of the tattoos I've had, I fell asleep whilst doing it. The most painful one, I'm not gonna lie to you, was this one and Sauron. Oh, they fucking hurt like a bloedpoes. But yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, just don't care what other people say or think. I've had people tell me, oh, this and that, man. Shut the fuck up. Let me do my thing, bro. It ain't your buddy. Thanks for the opinion. I didn't ask for it. Only thing I asked, do you think the size is correct or not? And you know, at the end of the day, we live in 2025. You do not have to worry about getting a tattoo and not getting a job. That is so fucking 2002, man. It don't work like that no more. I mean, alright, sure, that's not 100% true. If your entire face is covered and you're going to a job interview and you want to become a teacher, I kind of understand that they may not hire you, but my point is, it's 2025. You get discriminated wherever you go and whatever you are. Fuck it, you may be a penguin, they won't let you in. It's not the 2000s and 90s no more. You get judged regardless if you've got tattoos or not. And you'll be surprised, but I found out as well. Like I said, I used to think people with tattoos were bad people, right, as a kid. But coming to grow up and having tattoos myself, man, most conversation starters I've had with people, yo, dope tattoos, man. Where'd you get that done? Man, who did those tattoos? But they look really good on you. Crazy, right? No, really not, because it's what you attract, you know. It's like people wearing short pants. There's more chance of people with short pants talking to each other than a person with a long pants. You know what I mean? Op elke pot past een deksel, as they say in the Netherlands. On each jar, a lid fits. So shut up. But I hope I answered your questions. And again, about the tattooing, if you really truly like something, just get it, man. People have too many opinions nowadays. There's too much fucking bullshit going on in this world, man. The least thing you can do is treat yourself. And I treated myself with a nice gift. An expensive gift. Don't ask me how much I spent. $3,000. Good lord. And you're like, what? Yeah, bro. Tattoo pieces are expensive. Especially sleeves, bro. They're like, I mean, it depends, but like, my tattoo artist, she don't charge me too much because I'm friends with her. She knows me personally, so she always gives me a good price. But let's say you wanted to get your entire arm done, so from like the shoulder till the wrist. Again, that really depends on a few factors. is it a design that your artist designed especially for you? Because if so, it will cost you more money because of time and effort put in. If it's just a generic, especially nowadays, AI, you know, people be using AI generated tattoos, and it's fucking insane how beautiful it really is. But if you just get a picture like I do from TikTok or Instagram, it's gonna be less money because you just searched it up and airdropped it to your artist. But I would say anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 for a whole arm, which may sound like a lot. It is, but bear in mind, it's art that's gonna be there for the rest of your life on your body, and it's beautiful art. I don't want to say you necessarily design it, but you have it and wear it with pride. So, anyways, I hope that answered a few of your questions. I hope you also enjoyed this video. If there is any more questions you have for me, just let me know. I've also heard, by the way, I don't know if it's a fact, but I've heard that a lot of people from like the UK, especially the UK, they go to Bali, Indonesia, because apparently getting tattoos there is so dirt cheap. I have no clue if that is true, but I've heard that they're very good in Indonesia. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in, well, sometime when I get a next tattoo. Hopefully the next time my arms are both completely done. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Adios.